What is going on, guys? It's been a hot minute since I've uploaded. I do want to apologize. It's been like a year, actually. I really want to revive this channel and start doing music reviews again. I got caught up in stuff. Who cares? Let's just get to the Foo Fighter review. And if you're new to the channel, just know that I do like a lot of metalcore, metal, screaming type genre reviews. But I am a really big fan of Foo Fighters, so we're going to be doing a Foo Fighter review. Alright, so Foo Fighters dropped an album called Concrete and Gold, and they released 3 singles before it came out. They released Run, The Sky is a Neighborhood, and The Line. I think all these 3 songs were really good. The Line was kind of boring at first to me, but it really grew on me and it really became like actually one of my favorite, and it's really catchy, and it was on my head for like 48 hours, I swear. So the album opens up with T-Shirt, and it's just kind of like an acoustic, kind of just trying to hype up the album. Then it fades into Run, and you know how Run intros where he's like wake up, and it starts slow, and then it gets to like the screaming, and it gets to the hard instruments and the just chaos. I think everyone can agree that Run was a really good song, so we're just gonna move on to the next track. Make It Right. Make It Right is the third track on this, and I honestly think it is probably one of the best songs on this album. Just the song flows really well, and it's really groovy, I guess. It really makes you like headbang, I guess. It gets you in that mood, you know? The drum snares on some of the parts in the song are like a really big highlight because it's kind of like a hard hitting snare, and it kind of has a static sound effect to it, I guess. And the song is pretty catchy, and it's just overall a great song. No complaints about it. The fourth track on this album is The Sky is a Neighborhood. This is more of a radio type, Imagine Dragons type feeling song, but I honestly think that the Foo Fighters nailed it here. I think just the opening of the song, where it's like the lack of like, guitar riffs and stuff, it's just pretty much like a simple like drum kick and a snare with Dave Grohl's vocals that aren't like the best quality. It sounds like he's like 3 feet from his mic and he's just kind of yelling. It adds that rawness to the song, and it fades into that really catchy chorus that hits you hard. And it's just overall a good song. Like what they wanted to accomplish with this was like perfect, honestly. You can tell that they wanted to experiment with this. It sounds really nothing like Foo Fighters. It obviously sounds like Dave Grohl, but Foo Fighters aren't really the type of band to sound Imagine Dragonish, I guess. But they actually nailed it. Now the next song is La Di Da. This is a typical song you'd probably hear on Guitar Hero or Rock Band. Kind of a radio feel to it too, but this song's really fun to listen to for the first few times, but honestly after a few times of listening through the album, it's kind of a skippable song. I just feel like it's a little repetitive, and I feel like there's just really nothing unique about it. Maybe if they had like maybe just a really nice clean guitar solo in it, it would probably make up for it, but it's just kind of a song that's like really fun at first, but eventually you're just kind of say eh. I have a feeling a lot of people would disagree with me on that because it's one of the harder songs on the album, but just from personal opinion, that's what I feel about La Di Da. The sixth song on this album is Dirty Water, and this song kind of reminds me of Monkey Wrench kind of vibes. I don't know if anyone else got it, but it's more of like the echoey type vocal feel. And I think it was decent at first. It was kind of meh, honestly. But after a few times of listening through it, I do think it is just a solid song. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. I just think it's like a solid song. It's 5 minutes. I feel like it could be a little bit shorter, honestly. If you're gonna make a 5 minute track, you should have like a lot of different variations in it. Like I said, maybe throw in a guitar solo, a drum solo, anything like that. But I just felt like the song dragged on a little bit too much. Overall, a solid song. Yeah. Seventh song on this album is called Arrows. I feel like this will be a lot of people's favorite, but honestly, I'm not a huge fan of pretty much what a lot of people are doing right now. The bands, like, they'll have a slow intro and have a really catchy chorus, kind of goes into like a slower bridge, kind of like less instruments, more of like vocal singing low, and then goes into a catchy chorus, and then just goes slow again, catchy chorus, and then it kind of just ends with a bang. I'm not a huge fan of this since it's used all the time nowadays. I don't know about you guys. I don't really know your guys' like music interests, but some of the bands I've been listening to have been doing this a lot, where it's just kind of like a slow intro, and then it goes to a catchy chorus, and then like you just want the whole song to be a banger. You know what I'm saying? Like Run was a slow intro, but it went to a chorus, but it still remained hard throughout the song. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like Arrows was like really only good because of the chorus, and everything else is kind of forgettable about the song. Number 8 is Happy Ever After 0 Hour. This is kind of a fun listen to, honestly. I could see how people think it would be boring, but it's kind of catchy, I guess. It seems a little long and repetitive, I would say. This is another song where I would say it's just overall solid. It's not bad, but it's not great. The ninth track on this album was Sunday Rain, and I want to be 100% honest. I'm sorry if you don't agree with me. I think this was a boring song. I think this was a very meh song. It carries on too much. The whole song never really changes tune. It's just, it's a skippable track. That's all I really gotta say about Sunday Rain, guys. Number 10, The Line. Like I said earlier, I love this song. This song was kind of like meh to me at first, but after a few listens, it grew on me. I think it's one of the best songs on this album, honestly. It's really catchy. I wish people would give it a try after, just a few listens, because it would really hook you into the song, and it's actually really good. Okay, here it comes, guys. All right, guys, here it comes. Number 11, Concrete and Gold. Okay, I have a lot to say about this track. So when I saw the song list on this album, I saw that the last song was called Concrete and Gold. I had really high hopes for it, since like that's the title of the album and that it's the last song. Usually a lot of bands like to end their last song with like a banger. They want to end their album with a banger, you know? But Concrete and Gold has to be the most disappointing thing I've ever listened to this year. It is a bore fest, guys. It is 5 minutes. First of all, it's 5 minutes and 30 seconds, but the last 30 seconds is just complete silence, and the whole song is just really distorted guitar and distorted vocals, and it's very slow and very boring. If you want to, I know a lot of people make like sleeping like playlists before they go to bed. They would listen to songs to fall asleep to. There you go. This is how you fall asleep in 5.5 minutes, guys. I'm nailing this track really hard. I don't know why I've seen some like positive stuff on it. I really think the song is just overall not creative. It really just sounds like they just smoked like 5,000 pounds of weed and just picked up guitars and just kind of like went with it, and they just kept it and they just threw it out there. It's disappointing. But yeah, guys, that wraps up this review. This was a track for track album review on Concrete and Gold. My overall verdict of this album is a 6 out of 10. I gotta say that Run, The Skies in the Neighborhood, The Line, and Make It Right are bangers, and I think that's what carries this album. Everything else is kind of skippable and just overall just like solid or and it's just it was a slight disappointment. I was really hoping this album would be like an 8 out of 10, especially with their singles that they released. I had my hopes really high. But it was a little bit of a disappointment, but I really did like Make It Right. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it. Just know that it's my opinion. I'll probably get dislikes for this because I think people liked it more than I did. So just know that it's my opinion. Please subscribe if you listen to like hard-hitting metal with like some screams. I know it's kind of edgy, I know, but like I don't know. I just kind of grew up listening to bands like Under Oath. Click on the channel. I know like the videos are really old, but click on the channel. Those are the type of bands I would do reviews on. Foo Fighters is a little bit out of there, but I still really love Foo Fighters. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Drop a like, and yeah, peace out.